Every day in the USA, people find themselves in court.
Good morning, everyone. Today is the 30th of December, our last business day of the year. Again, I believe I'm the only judge in residence today. We're going to have a Tuesday on our Monday. And just want to say a Happy New Year to everyone and thank you to everybody who reached out this year, the people that came to visit, people that sent cards and notes, and people like Molly and Matt that got married this year, and people like Sean and others who donated to our Mark bus passes, and our very, very generous benefactors from California. Just want to say thank you to all of those people as we continue to do our job. So we're going to finish our year. As I said several times, 2024 is like having surgery without anesthetic. Let's hope 2025 is better for everybody. And that's a good wish. So, beautiful day, great to be alive. Privileged to have this job for at least 2 more years. All right, Larry, we got a guy that got arrested over the weekend on an old warrant. His name is Hugh Douglas Miles. Good morning, sir. Are you Hugh Miles?
Yes, I am, Your Honor.
All right, this is Judge Middleton. I haven't seen you in a couple of years because you didn't show up. There are
Yes,
two cases here. File number 222084ST, driving suspended, second offense. It's a misdemeanor punishable by up to a year in jail and a fine of up to $1,000. Carries 2 points on your driving record and it requires that your license be further suspended. File 222083, this were from the same incident, charged driving with no insurance. That's a misdemeanor punishable by up to a year in jail and a fine of not less than $200 and not more than $500. Give me a minute here. Let me get you got the original ticket on October 24th at 131 and Hoffman Road, just outside of the city in Three Rivers. Driving with no insurance and driving suspended, second offense. You were suspended at that time for a number of other things. You were scheduled before me on November 10th of 2022. You didn't show up. So I did an order to show cause why you shouldn't be found in contempt, and you didn't show up for that either. So then I issued a bench warrant for your arrest. Oh, wait a minute. Yeah, and then you got arrested in August. We're in front of Judge Patterson. Pled not guilty, and they set a pretrial with the prosecuting attorney. Then they made a plea offer to driving suspended first. And you didn't show up for that. That would have been on August 29th. And you had posted a $500 bond. So I got more than enough money to pay your fine. And then I'm not sure what happened, but you didn't show up and Judge Patterson issued a bench warrant for your arrest. So let's recap. You got charged with these back in 2022. You went AWOL for a couple of years, got picked up last summer in August, posted a $500 bond, then failed to appear again and got picked up. And here you are. In the meantime, the prosecutor's office had made a plea offer. They had offered to dismiss the no insurance charge and reduce the driving suspended second offense to a driving suspended first, which is a pretty good offer. No insurance would save you $200 right off the top. And driving suspended second to a driving suspended first would make it a misdemeanor, punishable by up to 93 days in jail and a fine of up to $500.
That's quite a
How did you get arrested?
I was leaving work, Your Honor. I was looking at my new job.
All right, where do you got arrested last night?
No, it was Thursday. It was the day after Christmas in Kalamazoo off the Sprinkle Road, right by Kelly.
26, 24.
About a block from my work.
All right, where do you work?
Landscape Forms in the old Midlink building. Old Midlink building, old GM plant.
Yeah. Where do you live? I have a Scott's address.
I'm currently homeless beginning the 1st. I don't have an address again.
I'm not sure if you can see him, but the public defender, Mr. Larry Wescombe is here, one of the staff there. He is with me and he can see this. So let's talk about this, Mr. Miles. You just did 4 days. You previously did 1 day. So you got 5 days of jail credit, at least 5.
Yeah, at least.
Let me look here. I've also got $500 of bond, which would be enough money to pay your fine.
Oh, wow.
So if you're willing to plead to the charge of driving suspended first offense, we could resolve this case today. I'm going to give you credit for the jail time that you've served and use your bond money to pay the fine.
Thank you so much.
Is that acceptable to you?
Yes, that's very fair. Thank you so much.
All right. Other than what I just told you, did anybody promise you anything to get you to plead to this
No, Your Honor.
or threaten you?
No, sir.
All right. Let me ask you a couple other things. Do you understand that if you plead to this charge, you'll be giving up your right to have a trial in front of a judge or jury? There will be no trial. Do you understand that?
Yes.
If you had a trial, you'd have the right to be represented by an attorney. All you gotta do is ask me and I could appoint an attorney for you. Or you could hire one of choosing if you wished. If you had a trial, you'd have a right to have any of the witnesses for or against you subpoenaed to come to court so they could be questioned under oath. You would have the right to take the witness stand and testify on your own behalf. But you don't have to because you have a right not to testify. And if you did not wish to testify, the judge or jury could not hold your silence against you. And you have the right to be presumed innocent unless the state was able to prove your guilt beyond a reasonable doubt. You understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. Were you driving a car way back in October of 2022 down 131 while your license was suspended?
Yes, I was driving my Jeep, Your Honor.
You remember where you were going?
I believe I was going home.
From where?
I was trying to get a job at a trailer factory down in Three Rivers. Past Three Rivers, I don't know, south of there, called in Bristol.
Okay.
Arco Trailers or something like that, United Trailers, as a welding job. But I didn't get the job.
Are you a welder?
Yes, I am.
Well, that's a valuable skill.
Yeah, I'm at a really good place too. I've only been there 8 weeks and I've gotten 2 raises already.
Well, hopefully you're gonna be able to get out and get back to work.
Yeah,
Some of
hopefully.
it was a weekend. Where's your car?
It's currently sitting in my sister's driveway. It got towed. I had McDonald's towing tow it. Well, she did, I should say.
Well, at
And
least it's not an impound.
she's kind of holding it hostage until I get it legal. And she said she'll drive me to work.
All right, well, that's a good deal. Let's count how much jail time you got. Why didn't you show up?
The last court date, I didn't have a ride and I was too scared to drive to court because they said that they checked the cameras here and I didn't have a ride.
Yeah,
The last.
that's
Yeah, I'm
good
gonna
wisdom.
get
It's not a good idea to drive suspended to court. That kind of is like
You and I have
bamboo.
had that before years ago when I worked at American Axle and I was honest and you actually were very nice with me because I didn't lie to your face.
Well, I appreciate that. I tell people it hurts my feelings. All right, I think you
Yeah.
had 1 day plus the 4 days you just did. So I'm gonna call it 5 days credit, 5 days, 0 days to serve. There is a $125 fine, a $75 crime victims' rights fee, and a $50 state minimum fee. That's $250. You have $500 of bond. I don't believe you owe me any other money. I'm not gonna gouge you with your bond. You're actually gonna get money back. So when you get out of jail, you should stop here at the courthouse and they will return $250 of your bond money.
Okay, thank you.
All right, now, 2 pieces of advice. Stop driving and show up for court when you're supposed to. You could save yourself a lot of aggravation.
Yes, Your Honor.
Did you get a new driving suspended ticket in Kalamazoo?
I can't remember. I was honest with him, so he went when I got pulled over, I told him my story. And he didn't give me a lot of tickets. I think he wrote me for one. I think it was without insurance. The Michigan State Police officer gave me.
Mhm.
I don't have the ticket on me, so don't quote me that, but he took it pretty easy on me.
All right, but he took you to jail on our warrant. Well, the good news is this warrant is non-existent anymore. The charges are dismissed on the driving without insurance. I call this driving while poor. You're driving around with suspended and then you just got another suspended, which is going to cause you to be further suspended.
Yeah, I got pulled over in the pandemic and it really set me back.
Yes, you get on the driving suspended merry-go-round and you can't get off of it. But you're going to get out of jail, stop here. You can pick up the balance of your bond money. You can hopefully get back to work. All right, good luck, sir.
Thank you, Your Honor. I appreciate you.
All right, thank you.
Thank you. Have a good day.
He's gonna get to go home. Good morning, Miss Hines. You don't have too many. What have you got for me?
I just have Shania Hill and she's in her plea. Shania.
I was trying to think.
Go ahead and have a seat. You'll be more comfortable.
Say it again for me, like Tanya, Shania, okay, all right.
We have a lot to do this morning and that's all right. We might as well utilize our last day of the year. This is file number 24926FY, People versus Shania Marie Hill. Ms. Hill is alleged to have assaulted Thomas Lee Hill with a dangerous weapon, to wit, a pneumatic chisel.
She's not available until 10:15. That's my call,
No, all right, thanks.
You want her to,
What?
do you want her to sign?
I'll let you know.
Okay.
Luke, what's your thought? You don't want to hang around here till 10:15. Would you rather reschedule it?
I prefer to not hang.
All right, we'll reschedule it. All right, we'll do that after we finish with Miss Hill. All right, I don't know, I'd want to get assaulted with a pneumatic chisel, but that's what the charge is. It is punishable by, let's look at the formal document. Then resisting and obstructing as a fourth habitual offender. This is, as I said, is alleged to have occurred on May 25th of 2024. So quite a bit of time has passed between when it was authorized and when you actually got here.
She's been here a couple times.
Yes, she was here in May. Then we had a PEC, it was set for prelim. She didn't show up and Judge Pattison issued a bench warrant.
I was in jail. I got arrested on the way here.
Right.
Your bonding company revoked your bond. Anyway, a bunch of stuff. All through the summer, and you're here now, and you posted a $15,000 surety bond in December. So what's the plea offer here, Mr. Robert?
The offer is for her to plead to one count of attempt RNO.
That's correct, Your Honor.
All right.
What do I vouch for? Police station.
All right, Miss Hill. They would agree to dismiss everything. The habitual, the felonious assault, the resisting, obstructing, for a plea to a misdemeanor charge of attempting to resist or obstruct a police officer. Resisting and obstructing was an old-fashioned high court misdemeanor punishable by up to 2 years imprisonment. They made it a 2-year felony a few years ago. If you take an attempt of that, it makes it a misdemeanor, punishable by up to a year in jail and a fine of up to $1,000. Do you understand the charge?
Yeah.
All right, and for you and for anybody else that's here that may enter a plea today, do you understand that if you do plead to this charge, you'll be giving up your right to have a trial in front of a judge or jury? There will be no trial. Do you understand that? If you had a trial, you'd have a right to have an attorney with you. Ms. Hines is here. You could also hire an attorney of your own choosing if you wished. If you had a trial, you'd have a right to take the witness stand yourself and testify on your own behalf, but you don't have to because you have a right not to testify. And if you did not wish to testify, the judge or jury could not hold your silence against you, and you have the right to be presumed innocent, unless the state was able to prove your guilt beyond a reasonable doubt. So originally, when this was charged over the weekend, Prosecutor Marvin just charged the assault. Then as they looked into it further, they charged this resisting, obstructing. So what happened? Did you get into some sort of scuffle with the officers?
I was trying to explain that he jumped out of the house and punched me. I didn't know about the burglary or anything that he had said till after the fact when I heard the police report. I was on his porch. My child was inside. She's 18. She was here the
Now,
last time.
who is Thomas Hill to you?
My only blood brother.
Okay, it's your brother. All right.
I tried to stay away from him my whole life. He's no good. And like I went out there to confront him because he's on methadone and stuff like that. wasted space, and I would let my daughter live there because the school bullying, and he worked her for 2 years and made her pay all his bills, and I found out about it, and he's 41. So I went out there to talk to him, and when I was yelling at him from the outside, I was like, come out here, and a few choice words of what I thought he was, and he opened the front door and punched me in my face and went back in, and next thing I know, the cops were there. My daughter was right there by the doorway where she sleeps. And last time we were in court here, my attorney asked her, did she ever go in the house? And she's like, no, I could hear my mom. That's what woke me up, because my daughter was working. And she woke up because she heard us yelling back and forth. And I never went in the house. Like, he literally had the screen door closed when he was yelling at me, and he opened it, punched me, and then slammed the door, and like,
What happened when the police got there?
yeah, I just pretty much was telling him, like, I'm the one that just got hit. Like, this knot on my forehead can show that. And they're like, well, he's got a knot, and that's when pretty much the whole
Well, I
argument.
said it, you had something in a sock and you hit
I didn't
him
have
with-
anything. That's the thing. Like, I don't even know what the thing is. Pneumatic, I don't even know what you called it. Chisel of some sort. I don't even know what that is.
Okay.
And I work with everything you made. I don't even know what that is, though.
All right. Well, so anyway, the police get there.
And they wouldn't hear me out. Like, I don't know. And at that point, I didn't know what he had said to them. I just know the cops were there, and I just kept trying to tell him, like, I didn't hit him, like,
So you show up uninvited at his house.
because my daughter lives there.
All right. Well, to tell him what you thought of him. And
I
so
was
you-
trying to get my daughter.
Well, apparently.
I think, like, throughout the whole thing, when I was trying to explain myself to him, and I was upset and was resisting getting into the.
Had you been drinking?
Yes.
That'll do it.
Yep, it gave me the oomph to speak my mind when I normally don't. Yeah,
Well-
pretty good in life.
Ron White, the comedian, says, I had the right to remain silent. I did not have the ability.
He was
Sometimes
definitely
the
right about
best thing
that
to do is
sometimes.
shut up, but I can't. There's a whole bunch I don't know here. There's no booking bond conditions. There's no booking form. I don't have any facts. I don't know if they gave you a PBT at the jail. I don't know how he feels about it.
I think they just threw me in there pretty much.
There's nothing in the police report that they gave her a PBT or.
Sometimes you can see it in the jail booking thing, or they'll
Yeah.
put question
They just
marks.
pretty much put me in.
Anyway, the point I'm making, I'm gonna need more information before I can do the sentence. Your bonding company revoked your bond at one point.
Roger pulled himself off of it. He was upset with me.
Well, he said you were a quote unquote hot mess. I'm not sure what that's about. What do you do now, Miss Hill?
What do you mean, what I do? I'm disabled.
All right. Do you still live at Renberry?
That is my address, yes.
Is your daughter still there?
My daughter, a week after this, right after I got out of jail, she called me crying and said, Mom, come help me. And I got here and she had hand marks around her neck. My brother had jumped on top of her and choked her because.
Well,
she-
is she still
she could-
there?
No, when I came to get her, that's when I found out, and she went right back with me, and she's at Renberry.
All right.
She's doing really well, working full time and loving life. It was just the bullying in Kalamazoo why she went there to try school out here. Just get away from the kids. I got 5 girls. I don't.
Amber Stevens called back, said she can't make it in until 1. I don't know how Tim George feels about that.
Well, I can always put her in custody when she shows up at 1 o'clock. All right. We'll do the best we can. Thank you. Just tell her to get here no matter what happens.
Okay.
All right, let's look at 2025. What we've got available for
We have the
sentencing
phone call
dates.
scheduled for this too. We don't need to do. Oh, I thought that was.
Lori, you often take much of the winter off as
No, I
vacation.
don't. Come on, Your Honor. I'm
That's
working
unfair.
hard.
She takes most of the summer off too.
No, I know. You guys, I do not either. Look at my calendar. I'm here today. And after December of 2025, I won't be here at
All
all.
right, well, we
So
better
there
get
you
it
go.
before then.
That's right, I'm here now.
How
Save
about
it.
Wednesday, January 15th at 10:30?
So look at that. I have a
It's a
free
birthday.
morning.
All right, very good.
It's Tommy's birthday.
She'll
At
push back the
10:30.
flight.
She also has a busy domestic practice. which
There you
also-
have it. That's it. That's
Cause-
a lot of it. Is my family law cases, you guys. January 15th at 10:30.
Yes.
All right, there you go.
All right, Miss Hill, I'm gonna get the police report and figure out what's what. Are you on probation or parole anywhere?
Just the bond.
All right, but you're not on probation or
No.
anything in Kalamazoo?
No, I haven't been in trouble in a long time after I had my girls, like, kind of switched over. Don't have time to do too much.
Well, weren't we just told that she wasn't here because she was in custody in Kalamazoo?
Yeah, and was released right away. I was on my way here.
Yeah, but why were you in custody in Kalamazoo?
We were on our way here and
Well, so do you have a charge pending in Kalamazoo?
just a recent one, yeah, because I ran from, I had a warrant because of this and decided to run from that.
No, well, that wasn't.
I didn't want to
a
get-
choice,
yeah.
So we'll find out about
This whole
that
thing,
too.
I chose to do the wrong thing, don't. I don't want to be locked up. I'm the one that got punched.
And Rhonda
It's like,
Ives
sucks.
was her initial attorney, so we got off on the wrong foot this morning because I didn't understand that Rhonda had already met with her. She had done some extensive work,
I'm
so.
not sure what happened, but the
Yeah,
mystery.
both the people were here last time around, it was like, no. And she's like asked them the questions, had them statements, everything like that, and.
All right, we'll address this on January 15th at 10:30.
So you need to be back here. Jim.
Need to check on Kalamazoo
Check
charge.
in and then-
What is this for?
This is her sentencing for your.
Oh. Yeah, this is just saying that's what I do, right?
All right, Miss Hill, I'll see you
Thank
on
you.
Wednesday
Sorry
morning,
for listening.
January 15th.
I think that's Tommy's birthday. We'll be at 42.
All right, well, he won't be here.